Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the military's role in Trump's plans. We have gotten swamped with questions over the last few days asking what exactly Trump planned to use the military for. There hasn't been an answer because Trump was incredibly vague when talking about it, and explaining all of the possible options would have led to a 2-hour video. We now have a somewhat clearer picture of the plan thanks to Thomas Homan, who is Trump's pick to run the operations, giving an interview and mentioning a rough sketch. So, Trump has repeatedly said he's going to use the U.S. military for his deportation efforts. It was cheered on by a whole lot of people who aren't exactly familiar with what that might mean. A whole lot of people pictured military checkpoints or the military engaging in roundups. People who don't understand how disruptive that is across the board cheered. After Homan's interview, everybody who understood the possibilities breathed a collective sigh of relief. Nothing in this video should be taken as an endorsement of what the plan is. It's just important to get this information out because of the amount of fear created by some of Trump's vague statements and the imagery associated with it. If you're familiar with concepts like posse comitatus or the use of the National Emergencies Act and how they relate to this issue, here's your key phrase: non-enforcement. Homan specifically used that phrase more than once. For everybody else, there is nothing in the sketch of a plan, or should I say concept of a plan, that has come out that actually needs the military. This could all be done by civilian airliners, a large construction company, a few charter bus lines, contract medical personnel, and involvement from State Department. The idea seems to be to use the military for transport operations, construction, and so on. Is this a good use of the military? Personally, it seems like a PR stunt designed to appeal to those who want a tough guy approach. It's doubtful this would save money over using private companies. The only tangible benefit for Trump that it would likely have is that it would be faster to start the operation. Now, what about mission creep? That's where the military is asked to do one thing, and since they're there on scene, they get asked to do more and more, and it leads to an ever-expanding mission. See Iraq and Afghanistan for references. Mission creep is always a real possibility, but it's important to look at the likely direction of the creep. The sketch is to use the military for functions that free up actual law enforcement for other duties. So, when you're trying to identify the direction of the mission creep, that's where you would need to look. Think about having the military actually run security on the border or having them run transport inside the country. That seems like the most likely direction. Based on what has come out, troops in the streets of Topeka or LA seems unlikely. The other thing to remember is that it's going to be another Trump administration. So it's going to be erratic, and what is said early on doesn't always translate to what actually happens. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.